So, welcome everyone to another week of Dungeons and Dragons. Unfortunately, we did not have a game last week because of two people.
No, because of one person. One person decides if the game's on. Vic.
Oi! What the hell?
How the tables have turned.
I find it very hard to argue with that argument because it's very true.
Because of Vic, Mike cut his head and Curtis damaged his face.
Yeah, all Vic's fault.
Yeah, I'll wear the badge of pride. I'll wear the badge of pride. Anyway, like always, let's get into it. Would anyone dare to tell us all what happened 2 weeks ago?
I can try and remember.
I don't
Not
remember at all.
fucking clue.
Right, so I think we started in the sewers still, because that's facing crocs. We faced some big croc. We killed said crocs. Because our scales is better than theirs. Then we came out. We went back to Safe Haven and spoke to. I have forgotten her name. Dawnbringer. About the plan to cause the ambush up at East Town. We spoke with her about what the plan was going to be. If she wanted to help us do our bit as well before we go and do the town. A bit reluctantly, it took a bit of persuasion. So we did a lot of that. Then there was a lot of time RPing basically on that bit. Then we decided that we got given permission to stay at her house thanks to our lovely tieflings flirting with her. But we weren't allowed upstairs, and as per any D&D group, you tell people we're not allowed somewhere, we're going to try and explore it the best we can. And we very nearly got caught. And because they didn't suspect us, we just got kicked out because there was a threat in the area, or a possible threat in the area. But we still searched it thanks to what's Maria's character? Aramis. Using teachings to pick up Find a Familiar, made a little spider to go and search it for us, and we found out that she's got a locked chest. We don't know how to get in there yet. We haven't discovered that. And effectively, then we had a day, we had a long rest, and then the next day was the day that we're planning to go back to raid Riders Camp in the evening. But before we did that, we went over towards a wizard's tower to try and get Tabor some magic components, as well as hopefully maybe some more spells for his spellbook. On the approach, we found loads of corpses burnt up, like quite a big collection of corpses burnt up obviously from some magic fire that we assumed. And as we tried to approach the tower, an annoying gobshite decided to not let us in and set some quite nasty zombies on us, which was quite a big fight where we took a lot of damage. And at the end of it, we basically got told you can come to the door, and that's where we left off. So we're at the door of the wizard's tower.
I was about to insert the door up the wizard.
Yes, yeah, I think that was the general populace. Is we was going to break the door down and get in.
All right. Is there anything anyone else would like to add to
that? Where's the wizard?
In the tower.
He's inside of a large spire or wizard tower. All right, so thank you, Curtis. As always, you gain inspiration.
Ooh.
If you already have it, you may give it out.
Not at this level, we don't.
So, after the bloody battle with the mutated zombies, the wizard invites you. Closer, anyway. As you approach the two large doors that is the entrance to the spire, a small hatch opens up at the top of one of the doors, and you see two green eyes staring at you. It looks to be darkness inside of the spire. There's no light coming out from it at all. You can only see his eyes, and then a lantern lights up, and you can see his face. He looks to be quite badly burnt. His nose has fallen off, apparently, as there's only 2 holes in his face. His lips has seemed to befallen the same fate. There's only two rows of teeth that you can see. And he speaks out to you. Yes! What can Frank the Great Wizard do for you?
Tabor's going to say, as I said, I want to come in and maybe trade for some components and learn some spells from you.
Learn some spells? You think I've time with that? Haven't you seen the area?
You look like you've got all the time in the world after you set a bunch of zombies on us. No one's coming to get you. We're the only ones strong enough around here to get to you.
How big is this slit in the door?
It's about a decimeter in length, in its height, and about 2 decimeters in its length. So it's not
No.
large at all.
10 centimeters. So I can fit a hand through.
Yes, probably. Yeah.
Right. I'd like to do that then, please.
All right. Go ahead and make me
I assume athletics, right?
athletics check.
Oh, okay. I like to make me think. So whatever this 2. So
Yeah.
I don't know why that rolled twice, but all right. 25.
So yeah, your hand just pushes itself inside of the little hole. As you do so, it like scrapes against your arm. It hurts quite bad, as it's still like some really good wood. However, you do grab a hold of his cloth. You
Yeah.
feel that when you have his, when you grab hold of it, you feel that it's charred. It's almost coming apart as you have him grappled. He says nothing, but what do you do with him?
I pull him up to the door and say, "Open the door or come through it."
Roll an intimidation check. With
I
advantage.
yeah.
Oh, hi. You're quite an intimidating beast, aren't you? I'll admit, Frank the Great Wizard is quite intimidated by you. Let me go, and I'll open the door for your fine people.
Well, I'm dumb enough to do that, so yeah, I'll let him go.
Yeah. As you let him go, he coughs a bit, and then he slides the little window shut. Then you hear as he fiddles, perhaps with the lock, and then he pulls down the handle, and the door creaks open.
Good job.
Now you
Fine.
get a. Sorry, what? Sorry, what?
I was, yeah, the door creaks open, and I just go bang.
Oh, okay. So you slam
Oh, God.
the door open. The man, since you've gotten a taste of his weight, sorta,
Mm-hmm.
he's kind of like paperweight. The door slams into him and he falls open. His little lantern falls down onto the floor, and the glass shatters on impact. He lies on the ground. Now it's complete darkness. Only you with dark vision can get somewhat of a clear picture of the environment. But he says, I opened the door for you! Oh, this is how you treat me? Do you not know who I am?
Just gonna look at the rest of the group because
Yeah, that was for the bite marks, you see.
Yeah.
I
That was
didn't
for
bite
setting
you.
your friends on us.
I am being incredibly restrained.
Here he is. It's true.
It's true.
You can tell because your head's still attached.
Yeah.
Now, little
So-
Frankie
Yeah,
Frank.
so where are your supplies? Sorry.
Sorry, Sorry, what?
What,
I just
who, what?
so where are your supplies?
Ugh. I guess I'll shine up the spire for you. From his hand, a large ball of fire forms, and he throws it into what you think is the ceiling. You hear a large clang as the then room starts to light up. You see that the entire spire, as far as you can tell, has been burned to a crisp. The only thing that remains are the stone walls and some slightly charred up books that are scattered about and documents. What do you think happened here? Do you think there's anything left here?
Surely
did
a
you
wizard
do?
would have copies.
Yeah. No wizard's stupid enough not to back up their own stuff.
They took everything valuable with them, and then they left the moment the meteor fell. I'm the only one who remains. Their apprentice. Or now I am the master of this spire.
So where did they go when the meteor fell? 'Cause they couldn't have gone far.
I don't know. It was quite strange. It's almost as if they knew it would happen. It was like any other day. We sat and we attempted different kinds of spells and tried to gain more knowledge. And then the Grand Wizard just stood up. You could see sweat starting to emit from his paws. And then he just casted a spell and left. And then the others followed suit. They left me. The last man who left burned this tower down. I
What
don't
spell
have
did
the
they cast?
capabilities to just leave.
What spell did the Grand Master cast?
Fire spells, of course.
Wait,
So he cast a fire spell, then left out of nowhere, and then everyone followed suit. Why didn't you go with him?
He wanted to burn all of the documents. I promise. I don't know why. I'm just an apprentice.
By the way, can I? As stupid as this is he an undead? Is he an intelligent undead? I kind of want to just know if he. You say he's all burnt, charred. And
Yeah.
as
yeah,
a player,
yeah.
I'm assuming he is, but I actually want to see if he actually like. I want to see if the boar would look at it.
So, you can either roll me an insight check for your gut feeling, or you can like try to examine him and roll a medicine check. It will be a lower DC for the medicine check. Quite a lower DC. Of course, maybe he won't allow you to, but
I am going to do insight. Just see what Tabor's gut is. Nope, nothing.
yeah, it's this man. Like he looks like a seriously burned victim. Yeah.
Okay, the boar's going to say so. In the last days since the meteor, what have you been doing? And if everything was burnt, where's your resources?
Well, I don't really need any resources to cast my basic spells.
But you
This
do
thing
need
is-
resources to stay alive.
Of course, I have done everything I can to stay alive. The moment he hesitates. I have practiced cannibalism. But
Aramis
only
is
for survival.
Aramis's eyebrows shoot up through the roof, and he looks at his cousin
yeah,
and kind of does a bit of a like this kind of gesture.
Tabor's
Yeah.
gonna Tabor, blatantly not knowing that word, is gonna say what's cannibalism.
It's
Not dining alone.
Eating your own kind.
yeah.
That's just resourcefulness.
Well,
What am I supposed to do? I can barely move.
I don't blame you. Eat the meat that falls in front of you, but I must ask. Have you killed people solely for them as food?
first, no.
Oh.
There was a case. A middle-aged man. He came seeking sanctuary to my castle, spire. I had been without food for 2.5 days. I could no longer bear it. My body desperately needed to be refueled with energy. I had lost my nose, most of my eyesight, my ears, and even my lips. He was on a deathbed anyway. I just made sure that he left this world without feeling any further pain.
So
Now,
when was your last meal?
I ate his leg with some fava beans.
Oh.
Wait.
Of course you
Did
did.
he actually say that?
Yes, he did.
Wait, you had fava beans?
Yeah,
you still-
exactly.
What?
So right, you had beans.
I hope most of us got the reference.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did, but still.
It's just what I call them to make the whole process easier, you see.
But I didn't ask you what was your last meal. I asked you when, and I'm actually going to sort of. I mean, I don't have a weapon, but I am sort of guarded at this point.
Perhaps 8 hours ago? Keeping track of time isn't that easy.
Well, Frank. I'll be frank.
No,
I thought you were just a desperate guy, but it seems like you've actually lost your marbles. I thought that most wizards could, make food and such appear, but
I do not have those qualities.
You don't learn.
Unfortunately.
he's a crap wizard.
my point exactly. So,
I'm merely an apprentice.
still though, frankly, you're not what the word I'm looking for is kosher. Even Scales here wouldn't kill people just to eat them. So,
Barbaric. If they're dead, eat them, but you don't kill just to eat them.
What if you're starving? What if that's the only way to survive?
There's a safe haven not 10-minute walk that way.
How am I supposed to get there?
you can throw fire.
You see my legs. There's barely any meat left of them.
You can
all
throw
looking at.
Interesting choice of words.
You can throw fire. You could, I don't know, send someone whom you've met to fetch help. There's a lot of things you could have done.
That innocent person that you killed, you could have gone together. That was another body to attack something that you got attacked. Survival is in numbers, and instead you decide to thin your numbers so you're alive. You don't have much survival instinct. You're meant to be intelligent. And Tabor chuckles.
He looks up at you, his white teeth almost shining, as the light from the doorway beams onto his face. I have you now.
Well, you ain't got me. And Oracle
yeah.
turns and walks out.
Aramis follows him and is kind of like, yeah, you know what? This is not my speed. That's a no from this dragon. Well,
Through my link, I tell Tobor, this was a waste of time.
I mean, from where we are, does it actually look like everything's burnt? And could I use an Arcana check maybe to see if it's a magical illusion that everything's burnt up, rather than... I just want to make sure that he isn't chatting shit. I want to make sure that there is definitely no resources before we turn and walk away.
Sure.
Also, I turned to him in the. Don't wizards have underground chambers?
In the link, I was going to say, I was raised in an underground chamber, but to him, that's a cave. It's not like it's a cave, just so everyone knows. Yeah, I'm just basically. I just want to make sure that it isn't an illusion that all this fire. That's all right.
Yeah, you you investigate it. To be able to cast such a large illusion that would cover essentially the entire spire, that is perhaps 100 meters tall, it would require someone that is very, very, very proficient in the arcane. You do not think that this man is capable of that.
I look to see if there are any hatches or stairwells down or anything that might look like there's a door there.
You find nothing. However, he turns to you and he says, "There is nothing. You can't go a little further down. There is, however, if you're capable of flying, you could always go up to the headquarters. However, the wooden stairwell case, it's burnt down. There's nothing left of it."
How high up is it?
About 100 meters.
Okay.
That is about 330 feet.
Yep. Okay. Can anybody fly?
I'm not yet. I can get the owl up that high. Not on command, it anyway.
If you take me to this safe haven that you spoke of, I will tell you something that I heard my master speak of before they left.
How about you tell us before we burden ourselves with someone that's willing to try and kill us? And then we'll take you back. Your
And tell them what you're...
your survivability resides on our shoulders. We can decide if you survive or not, basically, at this point. We are the number. You want to join us. So tell us what you know.
You roll a persuasion. Quite a high
Okay.
DC.
I was trying to be more intimidating about it, but I can do persuasion. With a -1, I'll take that. I know it's not enough, but with a -1, I'll take it.
I call up in slowly form my psychic blades. You will speak. And I try to intimidate.
Yeah, roll an intimidation.
And I must...
do that I haven't already gone through.
Oh, hold on a second. Don't get...
Oh.
It's actually an 18.
An 18? Unfortunately, it's not enough. It's barely, just barely. So if anyone has inspiration or anything else, that's the way out, but... Sorry, 18 is just barely not enough.
Okay.
Not for this. Not for him telling us something that he might know. I don't think it's worth it at this point. Tabor's going to basically be like, well, you're on your own, so... If you ain't telling us, you're on your own. We're off. 2 of our friends have already left. I don't know if Crunk's still about or if Crunk followed the Tieflings. But some of our group's already left, and I'm not splitting up with my party to deal with you, so you either tell us and come now, or we'll let you die and come back and explore the tower later.
I mean, I could just rip his arms off now, and then we can explore the tower.
All right, so you get to roll one last intimidation check. Sorry.
That's fine.
I have lasted for 4 days. I can last for 4 more.
We can warn people to avoid your tower.
Yeah, that's fine, because I'm going to go and put up signs just outside of your range, which makes you come outside, that says that you're a cannibalist and that you're a cannibalist, was it, guys?
Yeah.
And that you're just going to kill people for them as
Of
food.
weak magical power.
I mean,
Yeah.
I could just rip his arms off. That'd solve a lot of issues, surely. Like, if I just rip his
What if
arms off, then we
Yeah,
don't have to do anything else.
It would, but he's not a threat to us, so we may as well just leave him to rot on his
Well,
own.
that's like be easy.
How about one arm?
Oh, is that a compromise?
Well, that way you can beat him with it, and he's still useful.
So Boar's going to say, if you're going to harm him, take his tongue, because we wizards need to speak our spells.
Now
was that,
let's my dear friends, let's not do anything that. I mean, look at me. I'm bound to die in this cursed spy anyway.
Exactly.
Definitely, if you keep pissing me off.
And I tell him to look at my scarred face and say, "Do you look like I care? Do I look like I care about your well-being?"
No, at this point, thinking that this is going to turn to needless violence, Tabor's going to actually turn around and go and join the Tieflings, wherever they are.
I head back with Tobor, my charge.
Uh-oh.
Are
It
we
looks
going for it? Anybody who doesn't want me to rip his arms off, say so now.
No one's.
Oh,
You
what a
Krunk.
What was that?
You do you, Krunk.
Have fun.
Right, I mean, is this guy any threat to me physically at all?
No.
No. Right, well, then he's dead, isn't he?
Yeah. Well, as you grab him, he squeaks out, "I'll tell you! Oh, wait. I'll tell you. Just
Tell me what.
I'll tell you what they heard the Grandmaster speak of.
Alright, go on.
Do you promise to spare me?
I promise he won't rip one of your arms off.
Do you promise not to hurt me is what I asked.
Oh, do we really need to know what this guy said?
Could be important.
Oh, fine. Put him down.
I heard my Grandmaster say that something with the alchemists. That the city was doomed because of the alchemists. And that's pretty much it. I know that where the meteor struck, underneath the ground lies the Alchemist Guild.
Do you know a way to it?
There's a huge crater there now. You could just walk there. However,
Not what I was referring to. I meant a surreptitious way to get there.
I do not know. I never invested too much time into that guild. However, I happen to know their master. He happened to be someone who visited the tower quite often, actually. His name is... He's a lord, even. I think it's... Drollan or something. I'm sorry, I can't quite remember it. Drollan or something. Lord Drollan.
Is that the one we killed?
No.
I say that out loud.
I think that was something a dyke.
Ah. Pity.
Anyway, that's pretty much all I know. Unfortunately.
Is that really worth escort service?
I hope so.
I wasn't talking to him.
Oh, he knows. He knows.
It's only you and Crunk there to board join the tieflings.
Right. What? 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 What's that?
All right. Come with us until you prove unuseful.
Oh, he's coming now, is he?
For now.
Perhaps our green-skinned friend here could carry me.
Perhaps I could rip your legs off.
No.
Yeah,
Escort,
quite. Get
yes.
walking.
Carry, no.
I would only slow us down.
Okay, then you stay here.
I could drag.
That's a good idea, Crunk. I like that.
I'll just do my best to keep up.
There you go. I knew you could do it.
And then he follows you out from the spire. He closes the door behind him, and he pulls out a key from his pants and locks the door. You see that there are no windows whatsoever on the spire.
If he was outside talking to us, how did he get in? Was there a balcony with an open door on it?
Oh no,
See-
you just heard a voice booming.
Oh,
Oh.
We lost someone.
Maria.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he follows you out, locks the door behind him, and then he tucks the key down in his pocket again. As he's now out in the sun, like he covers the sun with his hand, and you can see that he almost forms like he seems to be in pain a bit, and most of his clothes are either charred or just burnt up completely. He seems to be missing his right thigh almost completely. There's just this gory hole in his leg, and as he walks forward, he what's it called? Stumbles?
Limps.
He limps. Yes, thank you.
If it's that severe, is it something that could have ended him?
He is probably lucky to be alive. Yes.
Okay.
Can I, once he's joined up with the party, Tavors was basically gonna, I guess he told you the information then. Anything good?
Something about how the alchemists caused all of this, and the alchemists are located underneath where the meteor struck.
Well, if they were struck by the meteor, why would
They're
they
gone.
be the cause?
I don't know. All I can say is he claims the Archmage knew that the alchemist caused it.
Okay. Hey, Frank,
What is it?
you know what this Archmage is?
I don't fucking know. He just vanished.
Do you know his name?
Of course I do.
You know where he lives?
Not really. We wizards, we spend our time in the spire pretty much all.
Oh yeah, you're a nerd. Got it.
Well, yes.
Well,
Tabor is gonna actually offer him one of his snacks.
What, a finger?
No, the actual snacks, like the chef one.
Oh, okay.
So
I
this
thought
is
you
actual food.
All right. Yeah, he grabs it and he thanks you and then starts to bite into it. What kind of food is it? Is it meat?
It would have been a bit of like the crocodile meat, I think, the sewer crocodile meat with some spiced up and cooked in a pot. In my just cooked up meat with some salts and peppers and stuff.
Yep.
Probably some rations mixed in, I'd imagine, just to get it to be a meal as opposed to just an actual food as opposed to just a warmed up bit of meat.
Yeah. Is this a human?
No, it's not human. That's in this bag, and he will hold up his bag of fingers.
Ah, lovely. And yeah. Is there anything else you want to say to him?
I'm just gonna say keep up, or
Actually,
you're on.
yes. While we walk, well, while we're heading back, I'm just gonna go. So, Frank, now, before we get back, the fact that you are a cannibal is something that you probably don't want the people in charge to know about, right?
I wouldn't.
Yeah, that's really bad.
I do not enjoy indulging in the flesh of humans.
You've
I
done
wouldn't
what
say I'm
you've done, right?
I wouldn't say I'm a cannibal, but
Doesn't matter. What you say is what other people think of you. So, do you want the people in charge to think of you as a cannibal or not?
of course not.
Exactly. So then, when we get back there, it's best, like, if we can count on you in case of anything we need, right?
Wait, repeat that?
It's best if we could count on you if there's anything we would need, right?
Of course.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. Good. I mean, it would be so easy to just make sure that everybody knows you're a cannibal forever. Pulls out my dagger. How many N are in a cannibal?
Apparently, Maria's currently going through a blackout.
Ah!
Yeah, I read that. What are you trying to do, tiefling?
Just telling you that a dagger works as a pen, as long as the surface is good enough. And your forehead seems like a good place to put on a little note, just in case we need to remind everyone what you are. Is that understood?
Roll on intimidation. Of course.
Good. So, we can count on you then.
Of course.
Yeah. Excellent. Lovely.
He starts to sweat a bit. It's like with his fleshy arm, he just starts to wipe the sweat off. Is there anything you need from me now?
Nah, not
Good
right now. I mean, I don't know. What happens tomorrow? Happens tomorrow, right?
What?
Yeah, exactly. So, let's head back then, right? Or is there anything else you need of him? Yes.
Yeah, that key, so we can get back in there, because obviously you're not going back.
Oh yeah, that's true. Since you are the master, right?
I mean, what are you trying to hide? You said everything was burnt up, there's nothing in there. You don't need to go back in there, we're taking you to safety.
What was the
So
point
you
of
don't
even
need to
locking
leave.
it up?
Oh, all right. He pulls a key out from his pocket and hands it over. It
Same
is a
pocket?
Yes, it's the same pocket. It is a large iron key.
Pass.
Whoever's got the party phone, can we shove it on there, or I can hold it if needs be, it doesn't bother me.
I mean, let's just put it in the inventory, party inventory. Whoops.
Yeah. Wizard Tower key.
Oh, you already wrote it in, right?
I haven't, no.
Okay, it sounded like you did.
No, I think Andy was talking.
Well, it's in there now.
Wizard Tower key, boom. Tabor's gonna on the walk just curiously try and ask about what spells he does cast, like these fire ones. Tabor doesn't have fire.
Well, the strongest one that I know is Fireball.
Hey, don't wizards need a book or something?
Yeah, can I compare? Can we compare books?
Well, as you can see, I don't really have a book with me. A tome, if you wish. Not that I...
Remind me, Scales. But any cast fire?
Yeah, but I can cast without using my book. We can remember so many. It just gets confusing if you try and remember too many at the same time.
Huh. Okay.
But if that's true, then that means once he uses the spells that he has, it's powerless. Cool.
Without his book, all he can do is the same spell. He can't get. He won't be able to learn any new ones from me. And without his book, he's no use to me because I can't learn them without seeing the spell itself. So he's
Perhaps you could write
basically
it
useless
out.
to us, and he's never going to get any stronger without his book.
It's unfortunate. But perhaps I can acquire one at the safe haven that you speak of. A new one.
And should you do so, perhaps you could share said knowledge with our esteemed colleague.
Of course. I mean, we are a team, aren't we?
Yeah, and
Sure.
just remember, Tabor's going to say, and just remember, if you turn against us, you don't stand a chance of survival.
Oh, don't worry, I know that already.
So yeah, and I've got nothing more to say on the walk if he hasn't got a book, which is annoying.
So, you start to walk towards the safe haven then. He is quite slow, and when you guys get ahead of him, you can see that he uses pretty much all the power that he has to keep up with you. But he does keep up with you. And as you get to the safe haven, two guards once again stand on top of the wooden palisade, and one of them yells to open the door. The two doors slides open, scraping at the pavement of the street, and once again you see the safe haven. There's about 50 people in the square right now, all of them doing work or talking. What do you do?
Tabor's going to look for the nearest guard.
Yeah, one by the gate.
Yep. And say, someone needs to keep an eye on him. He's eaten people before.
Yeah, it's a guard. He's standing in what looks to be perhaps it's a brown armor, but it looks to be half plate. He puts his right hand on the sword and he says, "Excuse me, what was that? He eats people."
He has eaten someone for survival. He was locked up in the wizard tower this whole time since the situation. He admitted to us that he has had to resort to a cannibalism to survive. But yeah. Oh, and also watch his hands. He has tricks like me, and I'm just gonna do like a small magic trick in my hand. They know that I'm like most of them have seen us fight or at least heard of us fighting. So
Yeah. I'm more worried about his health. And as you look at him, you see this almost ghoul-looking person standing there, frail.
Yeah, like he might turn to one.
yeah.
I am going to have to take you away, sir. What's your name? I am Frank the Wizard, the Great.
He's an apprentice wizard that got left behind.
All right. The guard just very carefully grabs his arm and then starts to escort him away. And as he's being escorted away, Frank turns his head back, looking at you, and he gives you a little smile as he's being escorted away by the guard.
A happy smile or a sadistic smile?
Since he is extremely badly burnt, roll an insight.
I'm great at this.
It
I'm
looks to
not
be
bad.
it looks to be a happy smile.
Okay,
Doesn't look
cool.
sadistic.
I'll take that.
But he's being escorted away, and he seems to be taken to the headquarters of the square. Another guardsman comes up. I happened to overhear everything you just said.
How
Could you
rude.
take everything one more time?
He was locked up, and I'm going to say this quite slowly as if the guy's a fucking idiot.
Mm-hmm.
He was locked up in the wizard tower. He admitted to us that to survive, he had to resort to cannibalism. He asked us to escort him here, and as we've been asked many times, we bring as many survivors as we can back to the safe haven. That is what we've done.
All right. We'll see what.
And also I mentioned that he's got magic. Fire, to be precise, is his favorite, so he seems to keep saying.
Yes, the wizards of this city seems to be very inclined with fire. Anyway, I'm sorry for interrupting all of you. Of course, be on your way. Unless there's anything else you want to tell me, of course.
Do you know where the Archmage lives?
Which one?
You have more than one?
We have two. There's two towers, each wizard having control of one.
So the tower that we went to, whichever one that would be, I'm going to describe the tower and say that one.
Ah, yes, that would be Marrowcore. Archmage Marrowcore.
And where is... Do you know where he lives? Where he...
It's a she.
Ah, do you know where she lives?
In the tower, I mean. Unfortunately, I do not know where she lives or where she would live.
Thank you very much.
Of course.
If the guard goes out of ear range, Tabor wants to round up our group and say, so the alchemist. Do we tell Dawnbringer about that?
Will it solve anything?
I mean...
No.
I mean, why shouldn't we tell her?
Tabor's going to be like, because I still don't know who we should trust. I trust you guys because you've been fighting next to me. We're all equal. But
My trust is purchased.
Well, let's just tell her if it comes up. We have some other stuff to deal with first, and there's no rush, right?
No rush. Tabor's just going to look at the rest of the group and go, well, I didn't want to do it in front of them, but I need a rest.
Yeah, so do I. Actually.
Really?
I went down during that fight, I'm pretty sure, and got picked back up.
Yep. I think most of the party did. Actually.
Yeah. So I need a rest. I mean, predominantly a long rest, but this is the morning. We literally woke up and went to here and come back. But
it shouldn't be more than lunchtime, right?
Yeah.
So I guess we take a short rest in the safe haven.
yeah.
All right. Go ahead and roll your hit dice, if you want to.
Yeah.
I need to. Everyone, we've still got 5 groups. So let me put that in there. We all got this as well. So if you spend a hit dice, you regain an extra 1d8 from me, as well as whatever your Song of Rest gives us.
So a d6 and a d8.
Yeah, plus on top of whichever your hit dice is. As long as you
Good.
spend one, obviously. You've got to spend one to get mine.
Same here.
Mine takes me to
All right.
1d8, 1d6. Another 11.
We're having a short rest, are we?
Yeah, in town, in the safe haven.
What about his armor?
Whose armor?
Krunks, did you get that?
Yeah, Crunk's got his armor.
I've got my armor, yeah.
We dealt with that before we've been out.
God! Fucking 16!
Well, I think that was
two-
two. Yeah,
Two dice.
Yeah,
to be
Yeah,
fair.
exactly.
And yeah, don't forget, as we just put in the chat, you've got an extra D6 and an extra D8 on top of that for
Yeah.
Song of Rest and Chef Treats. Goodies!
Oh, right, okay. A D6 and a D8.
Also, DM, I will just so. And get another green. Uh,
Yeah.
can if Maria manages to get back, can we
Yeah.
just try and all remember that she can quickly do this if that's all right? Because her
Of course.
character would have been here.
Yeah.
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 Of course.
Just at least if I say it out loud, hopefully one of us will remember if she gets back in the game.
Yeah.
Sorry, who?
What?
Who? What?
Oh, I'm disconnected. I can't remember who it was though.
Blackened. So.
Yeah.
Good morning,
Cool, is your dog alright? It seems like your dog is choking.
No, actually not.
Oh god.
Oh, poor thing.
Oh.
Yeah, that sounds horrible. I hate hearing animals like that. If it was a person, it'd be like, yeah, whatever. Animals.
The Heimlich what?
Yeah. Yeah, I
But yeah,
mean,
You get your short
I mean,
rest.
the Wizard Tower was my push to try and get some components, and we got fuck all out of it. So until one of us can fly, it's basically pointless. But we got the key, so we can go back there later on. So whatever anyone else wants to do, obviously this evening, I think our plan was to go and try and get Maria's rapier back.
Yeah, I mean, we were gonna join up with Dawn Guard during the evening to go do an assault.
Will
Yeah,
you
it
have
was-
your spells in time?
Oh yeah, I can get a spell back, can't I? I forgot about that part.
Well, is there anything else we want to do before? Frankly, I don't know anything.
Mm-mm. I do make sure that I give Tobor that bag of ball bearings and caltrops, though, for the bird.
Actually, yeah.
Right.
Can I sit down and ritually cast my owl back? Oh, actually, do I want to? I want to ritually cast it back, but as soon as it appears, I want it in the dummy dimension as such, the on hold.
Okay.
Just because obviously last night there was the. So I'm going to go somewhere out of sight. I'm going to ritually cast. Sorry. What's that?
Do you have the components?
Yeah, I had one more cast left for components.
Okay.
This will be it for me.
No, of course you can. Of course you can.
So yeah, I'm gonna go find somewhere quiet and out the way, where none of the, especially no guards that I recognise from last night. I'm gonna cast it ritually, and as soon as it appears, I'm gonna snap it into the alternate dimension as such, so it's not out for now. But it's alive. It exists. I've just got to bring it back.
Yeah. All right. So, anything else that you want to do?
Not personally.
No,
No.
nothing from me. As a player, thank you all for coming to the Wizard Tower with me. Even though it's fucked, I didn't get nothing.
That's fine. It's just some resources. We don't need those.
I'm gonna annoy a little here and turn my camera back on. Alright, so. Well, as the sun rises and then lowers, the dawn comes. And from the headquarters, you can all see Dawnbringer, along with 5 soldiers. All of them armed to teeth in armor and weaponry. They walk out, and they seem to be looking around for something.
Well, we approached them.
Yeah.
She salutes you, and then she puts her helmet on. Is everyone ready then?
Yeah.
Before we go off, I walk up to Dawnbringer and say, in case we get separated, I'm going to form a link in your mind so you can talk to us.
Sounds like a good plan. Go ahead.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I only have 5 capable soldiers. But it's a sneak attack, and I think we will have him at his worst. Hopefully, he will even perhaps be sleeping.
You hear that, guys? She called you capable.
Don't let us down.
However, before we go, frankly, I just have a couple of questions. So, the Archmage, what's her face of the tower over there? Something on
Marocco?
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. Yeah, we're sort of looking for her. Went there, found her apprentice named Frank. Not that cool of a guy.
I heard about him. Are you friends of his?
We spared his life when he tried to kill us.
Yeah, I didn't rip his arms off. That was very nice.
Yeah.
So, I perhaps have some bad news for you. Of course, his body was in a critical condition. We did everything to save his life. Not only is his body covered in third-degree burn marks, but he also suffers from a serious infection. He's still alive. However, he's fallen into a coma. We do not
Oh
know
dear,
for
what
how
a shame.
long.
Never mind.
Tabor's going to look at her and go, as I told the soldiers, he'd resorted to cannibalism. He tried to kill us as well. If he dies, it's not bad news for us. It's news. It's not good nor bad.
I understand. However, perhaps he would be a capable fighter to defend the safe haven if something were to ever attack us. We will still do our best, despite what he have done. We will still do our best to make sure that he has a healthy recovery.
And Tabor's going to say, and that's why we brought him back. Anyone that can cast spells is going to be useful.
Did you learn anything else from the Wizard Tower, by the way?
Books burn very well.
Yeah, they all left before the meteor. They burnt everything and left the apprentice behind, who turned into.
Did they do that? Why did they burn everything? Did he say anything about that?
That's why we want to find Marocco, because frankly, we would like to know as well. It's strange.
It's weird for wizards to burn their own research.
Did she burn everything?
By the looks of it, yeah. There was. We went looking for stuff that I could learn to grow, and the whole inside of the tower is the same state as our friend in your care now.
I understand. I do not know where this Marocco lives, unfortunately.
Hey,
It's
fine.
as simple as if we ever wanted her to contact her, we would have gone to the tower. But as they have abandoned the city, to me they're traitors. And perhaps they even have a hand dealt in all of this, if they decided to leave just before the meteor struck.
Oh, apparently the hand that dealt it was actually the people that got hit the most by it. Apparently, it was the alchemist.
The alchemists?
Yeah.
Skills. I never
You
can
said
get
to
my.
if it came up in conversation.
Well, okay.
So,
To Paul's going with it. To Paul, you said it was told to Paul if it comes up in conversation.
I never said that. But
do you know the nobleman that knew a way out?
Yeah.
I want you to find him, and I want you to bring him to me this time.
Oh, I thought that player here, not just Paul. I thought the noble that knew the way out
Oh,
was the
no, no,
one
no.
that we killed because he got conned for all his money.
Oh no, she's talking about a. She essentially told you that she knew a nobleman that could take you, perhaps knew could take you out of the city.
Oh yeah, she had a potential way, but we had to help her. If we kill Ryder or whatever, she'd help us, wouldn't it?
We do have the ambush to deal with. Do we really want to go get this guy now?
Oh, we're meant
We
to be
can
getting a
wait
sword
with him.
now.
yeah, I mean,
However, anyway, shall we?
yeah.
Ryder awaits, and she starts to march, and then she realizes that she doesn't know the way, and she waits for you guys to lead.
Yeah, that's fine. I just want to ask as well. The guards that are with her,
Yep, there's
are,
5 of them.
are any of them 5 the ones from the house last night?
No, they're not. These seems to be just standardized soldiers. The ones who are stationed by her apartment, they were all clad in like gold, thick plated armor. These one are just seem to just be standard soldiers. However, they are fully geared up.
That's cool. Yeah, for
Yep.
my own reasons later on.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I mean, we know the way to the sewer entrance
Mhm.
as characters, so
Head that way.
head that way. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
But actually, while walking, I'm just gonna ask her. So, weren't like in your house there were a few guys there. They look pretty capable. Why aren't they with us?
It is true that they are capable. However, the safe haven still needs to be defended.
Ah well.
If I leave, like she says it loud, and as she looks at the standard soldiers, and I simply cannot risk leaving it up to fools.
You hear that, guys? She called you fools.
Well, no, they're with us. She couldn't be talking about them. They're with us. She's not left it with them.
I just smile.
Completely missing the joke. Tabor is completely missing the obvious joke there.
However, she says nothing. She's not amused by the joke. Instead, she just tells you, just take us to Ryder. We'll deal with him, and then you'll get us the nobleman.
Yeah, she'll just lead the way.
All right. So you go.
I'll be scouting ahead.
All right. The street looks to be quite safe, and actually, she tells you that most of the undead are dead. They are drawn to sound, and what's currently making the most sound is outside the walls. Most of them have been drawn out and killed in the open field. However, the streets are still dangerous. She, however, takes, or rather, you walk with her to the sewer entrance. Nothing gets in your way. As you stand in front of the what did I call it? Well, you stand in front of the entrance to the sewer. Do you enter, and do you just go straight to Ryder?
Yeah, as long as like unless anyone else want to do something. And the signs are there.
I want before as we walk in. So
Mhm.
as it gets to darkness, the owl's going to appear on my shoulder, and then I'm going to start using the owl as my senses, like for eyes, so I've got my dark vision. How's the monkey acting?
The monkey.
Mm.
Yeah. So, roll me, just so that you can perhaps get more information. Roll me a pet handling.
Pet handling.
Yeah. Animal handling. So, the entire day, he's been acting quite nervous. As in, he pops his head up as often as he can and looks around, and then he dives down back into your pocket or the rucksack or whatever it is where you keep him.
Yeah, I think he was last in my bag.
Yeah, he's never done this before, really. Even though you've been outside with him before, but it's just this entire day he seems to have been on edge.
Even when we was at the Wizard Tower.
Yeah, even before the Wizard Tower.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. I don't want to do anything with the monkey. I just wanted to see how he was acting.
So, as you walk through the sewer tunnels, at first everything seems to be normal. You follow the cards that Oracle put up. However, something is amiss. You're not lost. However, there is something else lurking in the sewers. Whatever it is, it sounds huge. You hear as if it's a snarling snake, or perhaps another crocodile. However, whatever this crocodile is, it is much larger. Just from what you can hear, just from sound, it is much larger than the crocodiles you fought before. Even Dawnguard, she raises her hand up, and the soldiers stop. She tells all of you to lower your voices. And she tells you about what lurks in the sewer. She tells you about two crocodiles. They're simply known as the father and the mother. They lurk and dominate the sewer system. And they are pretty much unstoppable. For years, the city has tried to deal with them with both poison and just brute force, but have always failed for some reason. Though she's never been here as a soldier and fighting before, she tells you that if this is one of them, it is probably going to end in a very brutal fight.
Do we?
already killed one.
Yeah.
Pretty certain we killed one of them. Big fella.
How big? She asks, looking at you with a raised
Really big.
eyebrow.
Big.
Well, it was the big one was the gigantic one as such that was bigger. Must have been.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
on the map, it was at least 20 foot long.
Yeah. She just shakes her head and says, "That's just a standard one."
Then what do you call the small ones?
24
babies.
foot by 20-foot crocodile is what you call a standard crocodile.
Yeah, I mean, how big was that big one that we fought? Because obviously we've only got the image of the icon.
Of course. Let me bring up a calculator.
Because obviously I don't think Grunt could wrestle it, and he was in large form.
Yeah, I mean,
Not good.
you could
No,
expect
you
that,
like the little one, yeah?
that the big one you
They need
fought.
to be 2 sizes bigger than me, which means it'd be gargantuan and wouldn't fit in the sewer.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
The big one that you fought,
Mhm.
it was probably around 25 foot ish. Around.
Oh, okay. And the little one's what, about 15?
Yeah, yeah. She tells you that these two, the mother and the father of the sewers, they are perhaps even twice as large as the one you've been fighting.
Well, why are we even worrying about it?
So the thought
That's
keep
not what
moving
we're
till
here
on top of
for.
that.
Yeah.
How do you proceed?
Did it sound like it was the direction we were coming from? 'Cause obviously, we're following the cards
Yeah.
and stuff on the wall.
Yeah, you seem to be sneaking up on or walking closer to the snarling.
So,
Alright. I'm gonna be stealthing,
No, you're not.
or not.
look, before we go into anything, just give me 1 second here and we'll see. Do you know how, like, Scales?
Yeah.
I'm not saying that you are a crocodile, but you're closer to a crocodile than me. So, when you
They're
go
a
looking
pet.
for someone, do you use your, do you think they use ears or nose or I don't know, like their?
You touch their water, they eat.
Okay, so don't touch the water. But frankly, I have a I have a I have this ability to make sound just go away. Nah. Yeah, I can do this. It's a point you choose. No, it's not an okay, never mind. I forgot. Like it's a point you choose. It's not an object, right? So
Islands, you mean?
yeah. So a point.
Yeah,
I
no,
think you can
yeah.
cast that on an object.
Yeah. No, I miss.
No, I don't think you can do that.
No, exactly.
No.
I misremembered.
Yeah.
I thought it was.
It's a point. Yeah, because
Yeah.
if it's on an object, it
Yeah,
says
exactly.
on
Never
an
mind.
object, doesn't it?
Never mind. I misremembered what the spell said. Yeah. Okay.
I was going to say, why don't I go try and see where it is first? And
Well,
the owl's gonna fly forward a little bit to the point where it can see any movement. If it sees movement, it's gonna instantly stop and come back.
Okay. So yeah. Is there a specific range where you want the owl to just come back anyway?
If it gets to like 100 foot away from me, it can come back. Like if it gets to the next turn-in that we've got to make,
Yeah.
then it comes back to me,
Okay.
and then I can feed back that up to that turn-in it's clear. That's how I kind of want to envision it as such.
Okay. So you get about. It flies 100 feet. It sees nothing. No movement whatsoever.
So I'm gonna say that to everyone quite quietly. I'm gonna like sort of whisper it. It's clear for 100 feet.
Okay. How do you proceed?
I'm Tabor would be happy at this point just to walk up 100 feet because it's clear, and then do the same again. 100 foot out, come back. 100 foot out, come back, and just basically until there's a change in the threat level. Just keep going.
And I'll be with them.
Yeah. So you get perhaps after about perhaps 1,000 foot or so, the owl stops. Can it communicate with you at all?
Well, I mean, I'm looking through it every time it flies off 100 feet.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
looking through it.
Okay. Yeah. You see movement in the water. This probably isn't the father or the mother. However, there seems to be a lot of them. The movement in the water indicates that there's at least 5 of them swimming in the water. You see the waves forming, and they're heading straight towards you.
So how deep's the water they're in? Obviously, we're in a sewage tunnel. I didn't
Yeah.
think the water was that deep in this part, or is this quite got deep patch as well?
Yeah, it's quite deep. Let's see. It is perhaps 7-ish meter deep with water.
Okay, so Tabor is gonna say out loud, not like shout, but just like at a quieter level to the people around him again. Yeah, we've got 5 little ones coming this way in the water.
Like, if we engage with them, what are the odds that the big one is gonna get us? Well, they're gonna hear.
Pretty high.
Yeah.
A bigger one came last time when we started attacking the little ones.
Are there any like cubbies or any like side passages around this area?
I mean, yeah, they come from time to time. You know that you passed one about 100 feet back.
I mean, the option is like just squish ourselves into one of those and hope they just pass.
I don't think that'll work.
So is this the 1,000 foot that you've said that we've travelled? Is that just one straight pipe, or is that being?
No, there's
Turn.
with the with the turns and such. Yeah.
Okay, so Tabor's gonna say, well, I've got an idea. As a player, I just want to ask, does a touch spell, I know it's touch, but does it have any effect if I just touch an object?
With which spell?
Any touch spell. It's Shocking Grasp is the one I'm thinking about. Because theoretically, what I want to try and do here is go up a different channel in a different direction with the owl, and Shocking Grasp in the water. Not to do any damage to the crocodiles. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get that to draw the attention, so all the movement goes that way, so that we can then carry on our path.
Okay.
I mean, you could. I mean, like, not to say, but I think you're overcomplicating. Like, toss a rock in.
Or just
I've got the ball bearings. That's a good point. I forgot about that. That's a good point. So the owl's going to come back to me, and I'm going to grab it. It's going to take a small, I'm going to get some of the ball bearings, and basically put them in its beak, and say, fly down that avenue, and scatter them. And when it does it, I'm going to go into its senses so I can hear and see from it. As soon as it drops them, just so it doesn't die, I'm going to poof it out of existence. Like, so it's in the temporary hold place.
Okay. That's very smart. However, roll me a... what would that even be?
Notice me.
Yeah,
it's just like 5 or 6. It's some ball bearings in the water, isn't it? So. Performance, even though that's really bad.
I mean,
How can you screw up dropping?
Yeah, it's literally it's a bird opening its beak with some ball bearings over water. It'd be more of a perception check from your side, I'd say, to see if they hear that. So you want to roll like a 1 so they don't hear it, whereas we want them to roll a 20 on perception so they hear it.
So.
Fuck off that way.
As the owl drops the ball bearings, they splash into the water. The owl then poofs on your command, and as you lay low along with your company, you can also all roll me a stealth check.
Is it advantage because we're standing still? We're not trying to move anywhere stealthily? We're just sort of there?
No.
Okay. It's worth a try. Don't ask, don't get.
Yeah. I am also going to roll for the 5 guardsmen and the and lady the Dawnbringer.
Dawnbringer, yep.
Clunk.
Ooh.
Crunky boy.
Wow.
Be stealthy.
That's not going to happen.
Do it just once. You're not moving anywhere. Just be quiet.
Think quiet thoughts.
Yeah, think quiet. Oh, you've got a +3. Yours is better than mine.
I'm also
Oh
disadvantaged.
no, that's strength.
Well, as you lay low, you can now hear the water being splashed around as the crocodiles come closer and closer. However, the ball bearing seems to have worked. Your little trick seems to have been working perfectly as they quickly gain a lot of speed and starts to head straight towards where you drop the ball bearings. They are now out of reach. However, they're only, what was it, 100 feet away?
Yeah, about that.
Yeah, so they aren't that far away. However, you all seem to be quite stealthily at this moment.
So, Tabor is going to whisper, because I mean, a whisper at 100 feet, they're not going to hear regardless. Going to say, so the 5 went that way. Dado wasn't there.
Oh. We still have to go this way.
Yeah. So, Al's back on my shoulder this time. And he's going to fly around the route that we have to go
Mhm.
and have another look just to see if there's anything up there or if it is coast clear now.
Yeah, it looks to be coast clear.
Cool. So just before we go, I'm going to quickly fly the owl to where the direction of where the crocodiles should have gone with the ball bearings, and evidently did because they're not attacking us.
Mhm.
Keeping it on like the roof of the sewage, so it can't, even if they are there, it can't get hit. And I want to go sort of not the whole way to that 100 foot in case the crocs are still there. So I want to fly to about 50 because then I've got dark vision whilst in the owl of 120, so I can effectively see 170 foot down that avenue to see if I just want to wait until the crocodiles have gone well out of shot as such.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't take long until the crocodiles continue on their way, leaving quite a distance in between all of you.
War's going to go. They've gone that way. We're coast clear for now. And we'll potentially, unless anyone's got any other ideas, it's going to go back to the 100 foot back, 100 foot back until there's movement. And
All right. Luckily enough, you do not stumble upon any of the great crocodiles that roams. Instead, you get to the point where you you get into a ladder essentially that takes you to where the little hideout was. It looks to be have been recently used. There are some mud prints that haven't dried at all. What do you do?
Tabor's just going to say to, well, confirm with his party first. This is the right one, isn't it?
Like it is, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then say to Dawnbringer, up here.
Yeah.
He shakes her head. Yep.
Can we
Sorry.
see the building from here?
No, you're still in the sewer. You have to climb up a
okay,
ladder.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah. There's like a manhole sort of a situation above you. But yeah, Dawnbringer takes the first lead if no one of you does so. And
Yeah,
she
she's
starts
bigger
to
and stronger. Let her go first.
Yeah. And she starts to climb the ladder. Her plate mail scraping against each step.
I mean, do you want us to go first?
I'll handle it.
Okay.
Well,
Let's
you're not
just
going to
say
surprise them.
That's quite all right. I can handle a couple of thieves. Let's just say that I have a couple of words I want to take with this rider guy. We have a bit of a history, you see.
Evidently, which is why he wanted us to set you into a trap.
Luckily, you aren't fools enough to trust him. And as she climbs up, she puts her hand on the manhole and just slides it across. She does it quite gently though. She doesn't try to make a lot of sound. And as she peeks her head up, she looks down at you and she says, I can see a building that is lit up. And she gives a description of the building. You know from her description that it is the building. And she then tells you that there's currently 3 zombie clots standing by that building, seeming to be very interested in the building.
Three zombie clots.
3 of them.
Fuck that.
Yeah, Tabor will confirm by the description then that's the building that we was in.
Perhaps Ryder will meet his fate by the army of the dead.
Do you honestly think that will happen?
How far
No.
from the manhole cover is the building?
Let's see. About perhaps 400 feet.
So I just want to... Go on. I'm going to read something. So.
If we look down the hall, or with the way back we came, have we passed any manhole covers? Anywhere?
I mean, yeah, you have passed quite a lot of them.
So if I go back to the last one before this one, how far back was that?
About 500 meters, perhaps. Ish. 300, maybe. About that.
Okay. So I have an idea. If I or someone who can make a lot of noise, most likely me, go back to that manhole cover back there, go up, do a lot of hullabaloo. Shouldn't they come after me? And I can just skip down and come here? I don't think they can.
I think that they are interested in whatever hides inside that building.
Maybe something that makes a lot of noise.
Right. Quick DM question.
Sure.
A lot of the abilities for Find a Familiar, like being able to see through it, being able to do my touch spells through it, has a range.
Mm-hmm.
I can't see an actual range of where it ceases to exist if it goes further than that away from me.
Okay.
So, effectively, could I send my familiar up, tell it to do a loop of the building and try and see what's going on inside, and return, letting us know basically if they're still alive, if Ryder is still in there, because the owl was with me with Ryder, so he'll know what Ryder, like the owl would know.
So, you do know, since you were there, that the windows were all boarded up, pretty much entirely. So the question would be how the owl would gain entrance.
Okay, if all of the windows were covered, I thought there was like a crack in the roof or something, because it's how I got the owl outside of it in the first place.
You spawned it outside of a window.
Okay.
Which wasn't boarded up.
Would a zombie clot fit down a manhole? Like, is it malleable?
Oh no! No.
It's not malleable.
No.
No, okay.
You know what the funny thing is? I could go up, shocking grasp all of them. Oh no, I can't. It's 400 away. I was gonna say I could go up with the owl, shocking grasp, and then bugger off.
Yeah.
She is going to offer you a solution. She tells you one of us can act. What I'm trying to say is either you guys
Lead them
or
away.
me and my men take the attention of these massive monstrosities and lead them away from here, while the others infiltrate the building.
What are the odds of or guards here being able to help you with that?
Say that again.
You think these guards you have with handle that?
With me at their side, I'm sure that even they can handle most things.
Do we know the man who cover 500 meters back? Do we know, like, in relation to us, is it just a straight path on the surface?
Oh no, it's not a straight path at all.
Okay. Because otherwise that would have been the best case. Like, just head towards the other manhole, just jump down there, let them do whatever. Nope.
We know as well that these are fast, these clots.
Yeah. So it would be like, if we want to talk like out of character, the only people who could do this safely would be the rogues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. As talking in player rather than character, it would make more sense for us to go inside
Yes.
and let the guards do the running away from the clots.
Thing on it.
We can't take on 3 clots.
Can they?
No, but we can get in places.
See, I've got a thing in my head that I don't really want to say because it's probably just player suspicion being an idiot. But I mean, I'll go with the majority. I'm easy. I don't care which one we do. I think regardless of how we get away from these plots, we need to get inside that building. If we lead the clots away, we need to loop round and get back in.
Yeah. That's why my plan is. Like, I think the best plan is just head for the other manhole cover and get back down and walk underneath and get up again. I think identifying where that is might be really it shouldn't be. Because honestly, yeah, that shouldn't be at all. Just use the owl to send the owl out of that manhole cover and try to find this building. And you can, like, get a somewhat of a path.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, okay. Back in character then. I'll let me go find out. Let's work out where the last cover was.
Yeah.
See what we can do. So Tabor's gonna maybe take, I'm guessing, Whisper with him, as Whisper's sworn to protect me.
I'm there.
So I'm not alone. Gonna
Alright.
go to the next manhole back, like the last one that we saw.
Mm-hmm.
And as just explained, put the owl up and say, find me a route back to that building and come back to me, because I can telepathically talk to it when it's within 100 foot of me. So it can tell me, I mean, it's got a base intelligence, I'd imagine.
Should be able to, like, at least, like, track out the path. Like,
It does not have a base intelligence at all.
it does not.
Its intelligence is 2.
No.
Its wisdom is 12. It's wise.
Well, it's an owl.
Yeah. Okay, so that might not be.
Well, okay.
Right, I'm gonna send the owl up and say, right, fly in. So for player wise, would I know roughly northeast, southwest which direction we just travelled?
Well,
if you know, you mean?
well,
Yeah, if Tabor would know, if the
Um,
different, like, so am I roughly north, south, like, or which way did I travel coming back to this one?
you should probably know at least where the tunnel heads, roughly.
I mean, yeah, you like as you walk, you can roughly, like, roll me just a straight intelligence to see if you can map it out. Yeah, so you can get a fair image of it. It's by nowhere perfect, but you can get sort of a path, like a pathway that you can, of where you're walking, right? And how you would perhaps may have to transverse up there.
Yeah,
It's
so
not perfect though.
No, I don't need it to be perfect because the owl's doing the route. So what I want to do is I want to tell, and because it's wise, it can probably find its way back to wherever it came. So I want it to go out, fly it the rough route of how I describe it. So sort of, and it's going to be more of a directional route as opposed to a left here, right there, left there. Like, go that way. Tell me if there's any movement, any like a threat. So go out there, go, I don't know, 500 yards, like 500 foot. Come back to me. Tell me if there's a threat.
So, how would it communicate with you that? If
It
there's
can.
a threat?
Once
It will act scared. It's like it telepath. It's like through feeling, isn't it? That'd be the feeling of a threat, of scared or anger. Yeah, like danger senses are tingling.
Okay, so just that I'm with you here, you go back to
I'm
the
still the
manhole
500 meters back. Yep.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
And I want it to
You-
fly in the rough direction that I've just mapped out.
Yep.
And
if there are any dangers.
yeah, basically, because then what I could do is we could then effectively, rather than relying on the owl to map out this, the boar and sneaky whisper could maybe walk to the next to it quietly, come back down and go, right, that's the route. Like, we know it then.
What's its dark vision?
120 foot for the owl's dark vision.
100. Okay, that's enough. So, what did you say, Ludwig?
And it should be able to see the building at least, the light one.
Yeah, I mean,
From
I
further
think
distance.
once it sees the massive zombie clots, I'm sure that it knows that it's made it there.
Yeah.
But 500 feet to fly in that general direction. I mean, yeah, you would get that feeling that there is something there. Yes.
Okay, so the route's not safe then, effectively. So the boar's going to say to whisper, and then walk back as we're walking back to the group, and to say the route to the next one's not safe from the top.
Well, that's still the safest bet. Unless someone can climb buildings very well.
Well, I know I can, but I don't want to leave my chart far behind.
Yeah.
If you're going to be all right, and you'll watch him for me.
These guys, we can trust these guys. We've been with them now. They fought alongside us.
Yeah.
And
Alright.
anything that we can't kill, he's going to hug.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Vic, I have climbing tools. I'm going to go up the side of the building.
Okay, so let's see. You wanna climb out from the manhole where the building is that you want to
Yeah.
infiltrate. Okay, so roll me a stealth as you do that. Okay, you successfully get up. Dawnbringer has actually climbed down and is standing now at the bottom of the ladder along with her men, just watching all of this play out. You're now standing at the square.
Okay.
About 300 feet away from you is the building with these zombie clots. All three of them stand outside the building, seeming to almost hunch over the building or seeming to see or investigate that building for some reason.
All right. I relay that to Bor and to Don.
And next, you want to use your climbing equipment to climb a building, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And what do I roll for that?
I mean, it would be another stealth check since you essentially need to have like slam in nails into the stone buildings, which would that's a
Work.
really good stealth check. Yeah. Let me see. I am
Who
going
needs
to
a
roll.
tabaxi for a climbing speed?
Yeah, okay. So, you start to climb the building. The building is perhaps how many feet would that be? Let's see, 30 feet, right? Um, I mean, the building is perhaps 40 feet tall. Do you climb to the very top of it?
Yes, I do.
All right. You climb up to the top. The roof is formed like an upside down V.
Triangle.
I don't know.
Point.
A
Sloping.
triangle. Yeah, it's
What you mean is a steepled roof.
yes, yes, and
Although I liked your description.
it's like
Up,
fuck how do I
down,
explain
feet.
it? Improvise, overcome, adapt. So now, as you're kind of leaning more than just standing on it, what do you do?
I look around as stealthily as possible, and I relay my view to Dawnbringer and Tilbor,
Okay,
and I ask how you want me to proceed.
roll a perception check.
Okay.
You see from this
know.
rooftop view, you're all like a god. So that's plus 18 stuff. God damn. Anyway, as you're standing on the roof, you see something catches your eye. On one of the roofs, you see a hunched over zombie, seeming to look down on the street. It's quite remarkable he didn't see you. He's perhaps 400 feet away from you. But yeah, you do see him quite clearly.
Okay. You said he's right at the roof edge?
Yes, but he's far away from you, and you see that his jaw is split in two. You faced one of these before when you infiltrated, or rather, when you went to the wizard tower. You fought one of these. They had a very long jump, and they had quite a scary tongue. They were quite
Okay.
dangerous.
I relay that to the same. And I ask Tilbor, how do you want me to proceed? I'm your instrument, so to speak. Of death, but so there you go.
I don't know. Tabor's going to relay what I've found out to the rest of our party, and I'm guessing the rest of the minions of Dawnbringer will hear as well.
Well, what I can, I mean, let me just jog back to the other man on cover and just make as much noise as I can, and then we'll see if that draws any of them away to begin with.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I will read that through the telepathic link back to Whisper. So basically, sit tight. We're going to see what we can do down here. Just keep an eye that nothing's...
Alright, I'm particularly paying attention to the tongue zombie. Making sure I'm stealthy.
Yeah. You seem. I'm going to use your last roll on that. You seem to be almost invisible to him.
Okay.
He hasn't picked up on you at all.
Alright.
Let's see, Oracle.
Hmm?
Do you go alone?
It's a terrible idea.
I think you'd have your other tiefling friend.
Yeah,
with you,
probably the cousin said back there, yeah.
Okay.
which would actually probably take green sausage as well. I just wanted to say green sausage. I'm sorry.
The big green sausage. Yep. Okay, so you go back 500 meters.
Hmm?
You climb the ladder and you remove the manhole.
And not like only like a bit, like half
Only a bit.
maybe.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna use thaumaturgy to basically do the booming voice, and basically just call out into the night. Ow! My leg! I'm dying here. I hope no clots come to get me.
Okay. Right. So, you do that.
Mm-hmm.
Do you then close it and go back?
Yeah, I close it a little bit, like leave a little, a smidge open,
Mm-hmm.
and then, we could wait here and see if something appears.
Yeah.
Aramis seems still completely blacked out here. Crunk, you think we
Yeah.
should wait here and see if something appears, or should we just head back to the others?
Well, do we want to meet a clock?
It can't fit.
What?
It can't fit through the hole, right?
Can't fit through the hole. All right, yeah. Well, no, then we wait.
So hang about beneath it.
So, nothing comes from above you. In fact, it's quite calm.
Oh yeah,
Surprisingly.
fuck.
However,
Do I see them leaving?
from below, you hear as a massive pile of crocodiles make their way towards you.
Oh yeah, fuck.
Oh yeah, I forgot about them.
Yeah, same here. well, good thing we have a ladder.
Yeah.
As you
I don't need a
hang
hammer.
above the ladder, you look below you. Roll me a perception check. You're not sure how many they are. There's at least 10. You can see 10, at least. You see the water splashing like a stim of piranhas eating a stray duck. It's probably a lot of them, and it is certain doom if you go down.
And I could start yelling at them, but that's gonna take a while.
So when he shouted his thing through to Mana 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 Magic, did we? I guess I heard it echo through the sewers.
Oh yeah.
But-
Oh yeah, you did.
But did we hear any of the sound from above? Did any of that sound resonate enough that we heard it come from above us as well? I'm guessing it would have been a different echo.
A little bit. It's very distant.
A little bit. How far away was this manhole covered?
You did hear it. However, the clots that stood outside the building does not seem to be bothered at all by it. And neither does the one that hangs above the roof.
Did my buddies react to it?
No. The loner on the rooftop, no. He did not react to it at all.
Okay. On our end, through the little gap in the manhole, I'm gonna cast Minor Illusion. It's just a 5 feet thing, so can a curled up person be a 5 foot thing? A bloody curled up person?
Technically, no.
No.
But being cunning like you are, you could make it a wax figure. Now it's an object.
Ugh.
Half a person. Half a person. Bloody.
Officially, a corpse is an object. It's not a body.
No, that's
Yeah.
food.
Yeah, for Tabor, that's food. Lunch.
But no, you cannot conjure a minor illusion that would resemble a person. No.
Let's see. Create an image doesn't matter.
Also, as all three of you hang on this ladder, You hear something huge approaching you.
From below or above?
Oh, from below.
Eh,
It is a snarling again.
Yeah, well, like the ladder is probably it's in a tube, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I assume it can't fit through that tube,
Probably not.
so it's not gonna get any better or worse.
For you.
I mean, it's an image of an object. Well, can I create a pile of meat? There we go.
Yeah, you can.
Because
With
I
no
want to see.
smell.
Yeah, well, still, like, it's better than nothing. If
You
it
create a
attracts,
pile of meat.
yeah, if it
just
attracts
by
anything, just outside of it.
Nothing happens. Like you conjure it up, nothing happens.
Okay. Yeah. Yes. Sorry about that. I forgot about the big one. Should we maybe try the surface? Grunk.
Mike, I knew you were there.
I mean, I can't. Curse seemed to be completely lost. Like he isn't even here right now.
Right, we're gonna have to go up then, aren't we?
Yeah. Shove the manhole cover out the way, jump out, fully expecting something to come at me.
Yeah. As you make your way up, you feel a piercing sting in your back. And as you turn around to see whatever that was, you see a large tube, a hose. However, it is meaty, and it has pierced your back. And as you look from where it emerges, you see upon the rooftop stands a conjoined twin-like humanoid being with a large tongue that has been shot out from its mouth. And the tongue has pierced your back. And you feel that it starts to pull you in.
Can I grab the tongue?
Yeah, are we initiative?
Yeah, I'm gonna call for a break here.
Vic,
You
one
guys
question.
are really fucked up. Oh my god. Yeah, question? So, is everyone back and ready?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright.
I'm gonna mute my mic. It's gonna be a while.
I wish you good luck. I mean, you got... Fuck. Alright. Let me just make sure that all of the creatures are there. That should be there.
I mean, it's all right if they're not.
Let me just make sure all of the deadly encounters there, like the extreme deadly encounter. Let me just make sure it's all there, just
I mean,
to make
if
sure.
you're gonna want to attract things there.
Tilbor would have told me about the conflict, and I could relay that to Dawnbringer.
What conflict?
Yeah, you
I don't know about it.
on.
Tabor doesn't know about it.
Oh yeah, you guys
Okay.
wanted visions that you can see.
Yeah, I just wanna be able to see
before
the map.
anything, Aramis would have had the short rest, so I'm gonna roll the hit die for that.
Don't forget the extra
for it.
D8 and
Yeah.
D6 at the time as well.
What? Let's see, that's 10, 18. It's 18 times plus 14, I mean. It's a math. It's 32. Because I'm lazy.
Well, we're not going to be evil enough to kill Maria's character while she's not here, are we?
I don't know.
Yep.
I mean, you decided to pull her into this, so.
I mean, it would have made sense. It, like, narratively speaking, the cousins would have gone off together if they were going to split the party.
Yeah, it's a bit mean
yeah.
to kill a character while she's not even bloody here.
Well,
Why not?
because you are all, well, you three are all going to be pulled into a situation. We'll see how it pans out. I'm not quite sure myself. So, will you roll me initiative?
Let's see. Aramis. Nice.
I will also tell you, Ludwig, you're the only one who is at the surface.
Yeah.
Krunk,
Ah,
well, yes.
500 meters away.
Krunk, you are 10 feet underground, and Aramis is 20 feet underground.
Let's see, that
In
would
practice
be.
helping, you know.
Where the hell is it? There it is. That's Oracle.
Hang on. Oh, it makes very little difference then.
All right. So, Aramis, what does he do? Above him is Krunk. All you can see is Krunk's massive green behind, and
Like
yeah.
Oracle would probably have called out something when he got attacked, right?
Oh yeah, probably.
Yeah. Like I got that. Like shit, fuck, no. How far down is Aramis?
20 feet.
20 feet.
Yeah.
Climbing up to the surface. Do you?
The thing is, Kronk is above him.
Yeah. Passing.
So he would have to climb over Kronk.
Now,
which is a problem.
Usually, passing through another player's space.
Oh yeah, this is not one of those
Okay.
times though, unfortunately.
Passing through him, like, could he do it with difficulty? I'd say.
Let's see. Is he like good? Like, does he have a high agility? Yeah, he surely does, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sitting looking at my own sheet. Let's see. That's a 18.
Yeah. Yeah, so I can allow that. Otherwise, I would have had a check to see if he can do it. But since he is an agile character, I will allow him to go with difficult terrain over Krunk. So that would be 20 feet to pass Krunk.
So yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah.
Get past him. So get to the surface would be use all 30 feet. If I.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it would.
Yeah. Is he standing on the surface at that point, or?
His head would essentially be peeking out from it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would he be able to reach the? Well, okay. No, bonus action dash.
Yeah.
Cunning action. Getting out on top of the ground next to a hole. Would that be 5 feet or 10 feet?
It would be just 5 feet.
5 feet. Okay, so 5 feet movement to get up on the side.
Yes.
At this point, turns around, sees the situation. Let's see, is it this thing that's pulling?
Yes.
Okay. Let's attack the, pulls out his sword and tries...
Is it what kind of a sword is it? Like...
It's a rapier.
Okay, so it's piercing damage?
Yeah, sadly that's the only thing he has. And we'll attempt to attack the tongue.
Yep.
Now, let's see. Booming blade is it's an action. You brandish the weapon using the spell's casting and make a melee attack with it. So I guess it would be as a booming blade attack.
Yeah, booming blade is when something moves away from him. It takes extra thunder damage. Yeah, I think so.
True. Friends have been used in spell casting and make a melee attack against one creature. Would you count the tongue as a creature?
Tongue is not a creature.
Okay. No. Well, then it's just a normal attack. It's gonna take a little bit extra time on this turn due to circumstances.
Oh yeah.
That's a 15.
A 15 is a hit.
Yeah.
However, the tongue is resistant towards piercing damage. So it takes half damage.
Does it take the sneak damage? It is
Yeah.
an enemy next.
Yeah, it is not a creature ever. It needs to be a creature,
Okay.
and the tongue is not one, unfortunately.
Okay.
So it only takes the initial 6.
Yes.
It is unfortunately not enough.
That is not enough, but well, it's gonna take 5 feet of step. I could we just like is Crunk the manhole?
Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
the manhole.
Well,
Okay,
well then he's gonna
there we
move
go.
move around here. Just stand there for now, and
Okay.
that is his turn.
All right. Why are you here, Whisper? Zombie.
But you said roll initiative, so I did.
Well, all right. Well, okay, fine. So you see this cat. It makes a leap toward. It can actually reach you,
Oh my god.
and it just attempts to get on you. Yeah. Let's see. 18.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Yeah. It lashes upon your leg, and its claws digs into your skin, and it starts to rip it apart. You take 6 slashing damage,
Mm-hmm.
and the cat is now attached to you.
Okay.
That is all it's going to do.
That's all it's gonna do.
You are grappled by the tongue.
I'm grappled by the tongue and grappled by the thing.
You're not grappled by the cat. The cat is just
Okay.
attached to you.
Yeah, breaking loose would be an action, right?
Yes, it will.
Gonna cast mirror image. So several of me appears. That's my action. Bonus action would be Crunk. I think. Do the best thing you can do, Crunk. I'm counting on you. And it casts Bardic Inspiration on Crunk. That's his turn. Can't move.
Yeah. This dog-looking creature cannot reach you, so it's gonna have to dash towards you.
Mm-hmm.
Crunk.
Right. 10 foot of movement to get up here.
Mhm.
I'd like to be larger now, please.
All right. You
You-
become a large. That's a bonus action, right?
Do you use it as a bonus unit? Yes. Giant's might. Hey.
So 15 feet to climb up here.
Right, so that's 15 feet of movement. Right. Where I take it the tongue kind of does that, right?
Most
Oh
likely.
yeah. Yes.
Yeah, I'd like to grab the tongue now, please.
Mhm.
Okay.
You grab the grabber.
So roll on athletics.
Yeah. Oh, good.
I mean, this is kind of weird. I
That's
mean, yeah, you
23,
grab a
sorry.
hold of the tongue. Yes, you
Yeah.
grab a hold of the tongue. That's your
There's
action?
not a lot else I can do. That is unfortunately my action.
All right. This zombie is gonna have to dash to get to you.
Mm-hmm.
This zombie is gonna have to dash here. This cat, let's see, can actually reach you, Crunk. You are its closest target. 15 is a miss against your plate armor.
It
It's
is indeed.
It just throws itself on your leg and it just bounces off the plating. Not very successful. This thing. So Ludwig,
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
the tongue that has been pierced into your chest, you start to feel how it starts to pulsate almost. And as you look down, you see these almost like teeth on the tongue starts to come out. And you take 6 piercing damage,
Mm-hmm.
and you are pulled 20 feet towards it.
How's it doing that when I've got all of its tongue?
That's a very good point.
It pulls
That's a
Crunk.
very
so-
good point.
that was the whole point of me grabbing the tongue, so it couldn't
Okay,
do that.
Okay, yeah, I mean that's yeah, that is a good point. Yeah, Yeah, you make a good point. As I said, these are conjoined. Like it's a conjoined twin.
Yeah.
You see the other one open its mouth, and it fires another tongue towards. It's gonna be you, Crunk. You're its closest
Yeah.
target. Let's see, 22.
Damn.
That is a hit.
It's gonna regret that.
Ooh, you take 14 piercing damage. As this
14?
tongue pierces your shoulder
Oof.
and then grapples you. That is its turn. This zombie is gonna have to dash to get here, as well as this one. They are not very fast, thankfully.
Minus.
Aramis.
Crunk, you don't happen to have any area of effect thing. Let's see.
No.
Does Aramis? No. So I guess the thing then would be. Move here 5 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Move there 5 feet. Move there 20 feet. No. I mean,
You
yes.
guys.
I
Oh,
mean,
God.
yes. Move there 20 feet.
Mhm.
Attack with booming blade on this thing.
The dog, yeah.
Yeah. That's a 19 with sneak.
Yeah, 19 is a hit.
Mm. Bonus action disengage.
Mm-hmm.
And then move back 10 feet.
All right. I mean, yeah.
Yeah. That
He
is-
takes his rapier and then just pierces its skull.
Yeah.
However, dog is still alive.
That's some shit damage, but yeah, that's what he does.
All right. This zombie cat that is attached to your leg, it starts to bite at you,
Hmm?
and it hurts like if it hits. 22.
That's a hit, however, it hits one of the clones. Somehow. As written, that is what it does.
Now, I am going to make an exception, since this thing is literally attached to you.
Okay, fine.
Unfortunately, right? It doesn't make sense. And
Okay.
unfortunately, since it is literally attached to you, it is going to attack you. So you take 7 piercing damage. Unfortunately. Oracle.
I'm gonna do the very, very, very strange move of just doing dodge action, actually.
All right.
And bonus action. Nobody needs heal yet. The bonus action bardic inspiration on Aramis. Cause I really hope you do more damage next time.
Yeah.
And that's the end of his turn.
Right. This zombie dog, however, is very confused by your little spell.
Disadvantage.
Yeah. 14.
Hit.
All right. Roll a die to see if it hits
It hits a duplicate.
Right. It just jumps at it, and as its teeth burst into the throat, the duplicate just poofs
Mm-hmm.
into nothing. Crunk, you are grappled.
By a small thing.
Right.
Can't he move with that on?
Wait, what?
He's grappled by a cat. That's
No.
No.
Oh yeah, he was never hit by the tongue. Right.
No.
Was he?
Oh
No,
yeah,
the,
you
tongue-
were.
he was.
the cat
Yeah,
missed, the
yeah.
tongue got me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the tongue got you. Yeah.
And
Never mind.
yes, I could move with the cat. It makes no difference. So
Grappled
two,
by
two
the
sizes
cat?
so smaller than me.
Grapple. Oh
Right.
no, shit.
Okay, DM. This is what I want to do, and whether you're
Alright.
gonna right. So depending on before I make any dice rolls, whether you'd actually let me do it. Right. So the idea would be
I know what you want to do.
grab the other tongue with my other hand, right?
Yeah.
Then use my action surge to swing him round like a giant flail and slam him into off the roof and into somebody else.
That would be two
So
actions
I'm-
used.
Yes, well, that'd
So-
be action surge.
Mm-hmm.
So the thing is,
That
I'm
would be
going
then
to
using
do-
him as an improvised weapon.
Yes, but the problem here is that you want to do damage to 2 creatures, which is something that I'm not gonna allow. I can allow you to do damage to 1 creature. So either you swing him in, attempt to swing him into something, and you want to do damage to either him or the other creature.
Oh.
Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to be harsh.
Okay. Right. Well, I want to get rid of him first, so I'll swing him into. Right, and how far away? How much tongue am I playing with?
So
15 feet of tongue. Can I swing him into? I can just slam him
Yeah.
on the floor, can't I? And just
I mean,
bang.
you have a little bit more than 15.
Oh, how high up is he as well? That's gonna work.
Yeah. So you have about maybe 20
Okay.
feet of tongue.
Right. So, do. No, shift on. So first of all, grab tongue.
Okay.
Ugh. I'm gonna add
Let's see.
my bardic inspiration to that.
Okay.
To the 14, obviously. 15, 16, 17.
Yeah.
Ugh. Well, 18,
Yeah.
19, because I've got +2 for me stone thing. Yeah.
I was just about to remind you of that.
Yeah.
You grapple the tongue. Yes, you have it grappled. That's your action.
Right. Then action surge
Yeah. So you have another
Uh,
action.
and pull him off the roof and slam him into the ground. Which
Okay.
I believe which would, I suppose is technically a shove.
Yeah. Roll on athletics.
Okay.
You're gonna attempt to just yank him down from it.
Plus 2.
16.
That's 18.
18. All right.
Yeah.
It can beat it, but it rolls 18. Since it is the defender, it wins.
That doesn't work for AC though.
It's how this. It's how skill
Have I
check.
got anything
contesting-
else to add to that? Hang on a minute.
You have
Can,
inspiration?
can a person that's not there drop an inspiration into this battle?
Yeah. Is there anything else I have to do?
Sure.
First instance, can determine plus 2 bonus to now. Can't do anything with that. I've got that there. Bollocks. Right, fine.
If
No,
you
that
want
is-
to give them your inspiration, you can do that.
I only want to give it to him because I had literally said this in Andy in a private message about at the start of this combat when the tongue hit him, that it'd be brilliant if he started flailing it around, just like wrapping it up. So yeah, I want to give him my inspiration based on that because I said it earlier.
So that's one more D20 in it.
Yeah.
My
Well, either
Yeah.
D6, either plus D6 or
Well,
a reroll.
I don't know why it's
like-
rolled 2, but so I'd have got 20.
Yeah.
There we go.
So 20.
Good.
Yeah. You win.
Bang!
Where do you want to put it? You have 20 feet to play with.
Can I give him the answer? Can I give him the correct answer? Please.
Oh, down there.
Oh.
where there's 5 giant crocodiles waiting. Yeah, that's a good idea. 10 giant crocodiles, in fact.
Now, okay, I can allow that. There is- Okay, so you swing him down the sewer then.
Yeah.
Okay. You two are still attached to it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Both
that's
of you
fine.
roll
Does it
me
take any
an
damage from all of
athletics.
that? Oh,
Both of you roll on athletics to see if you also don't come flying down. the sewer.
give
No.
what? Give him advantage because I've got hold of both tongues.
Oh yeah.
Also, what if I don't try to resist it?
Oh?
What if I try? Can I, as a person, instead try to grab a hold of the ladder as I fall down the hole?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yes.
I don't know why you'd fall down the hole, because technically, if I've got hold of both tongues, he's not going to move. It's me that's going to go with it or not.
Mm,
Otherwise, I'm just gonna try to resist it.
I think you're better off resisting it, dude. To
Okay.
be honest.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You can roll on athletics with advantage since.
Well, that is
Yeah.
good.
All right. Yeah. You throw the thing down, and the tongue rips out from you. And like I said before, the tongue was covered in sharp, small teeth, and it rips your flesh as it's being pulled out from you.
Yeah.
Both of you. Fuck. Both of you take 13
Yeah, I didn't need
slashing damage
I didn't need that part of
as
me
it
anyway.
rips your flesh. It rolled max damage, almost max damage.
Right, and then as
And
my
it's
bonus
dead. I mean,
action-
it's crocodile food.
yeah, and then there's
Bye.
good. And then as a bonus action, because I haven't had a bonus action yet,
You did,
I'll-
didn't you? Use your bonus to pull. Oh no, sorry. You used 2 different actions.
2 different actions, so it's a different thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I will use second wind.
All right. It's a D10
Ow.
plus your power level.
That'll be 8.
Nice.
Right.
8 plus 4?
No,
if
that's
you're...
8 altogether. 1d10 plus 4. Unfortunately, I only rolled a 4 on the d10.
Ah,
But then
okay.
the
I
two.
see. Okay.
Right. That's that done with.
I'm actually even. I am going to give you inspiration
Woo!
for that.
That was
amazing
awesome.
finisher. Yeah, I am going to give you inspiration for that. That's awesome. All right. So, if these zombies could be shocked, they would be. However, they are just mindless walking corpses. They see a lot of oracles. They're gonna attempt to attack oracles. 17.
Yeah, that hits one of them. No, it has disadvantage. I'm still dodging.
Yeah, 17.
What? Stop rolling. Stop. I think that hits a.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I've lost 1, but still think it is.
Yeah. It's like 3, 6, and 11 or something stupid.
Exactly.
like that, yeah.
I'm just gonna double check.
Yeah. You've lost 2 clones now. How many do you have? 4?
1 left, I think. Yeah.
Oh, 3 clones.
It's 3
Okay.
of them. Yeah.
All right. This zombie is, let's see. It is gonna have to dash to get here. Oops, I skipped the cat. The cat is not going to skip its turn. An 11. Let's see.
No.
Yep, that misses Crunk. This zombie, however, is going to. It is actually going to. Let me move this. There we go. It is going to attack you, Oracle.
Mm-hmm. Disadvantage still.
13 with
That's a
disadvantage.
miss.
This zombie is going to attack you, Crunk.
Okay.
And of course, the sheets has bugged. Let me fix that. There we go. 17, Crunk. It's a miss if you have full plate, right? Aramis.
We'll look at the situation and wonder what the hell happened. Can you attack the...
What did you get toothy tongue?
If
We're that
he
hentai you
grab... Let's see. Okay, now I have to be smart here. If he grapples the cat, could he pull it off?
Well, I mean, yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, he could. It perhaps it would deal damage to you though. Not much, but you would essentially just its claws would just you would essentially just rip your flesh. but you would remove the cat, yes.
Okay, so he's not gonna do that. Instead, we're gonna do what I'm gonna now call the "what the fuck is going on" maneuver, which is attack the cat.
Okay. A 20 is a hit, and it is unfortunately not enough to finish it off.
No, I suspected it wouldn't be. You can't cast any attacks as bonus, so and what cunning actions he has dash, disengage, and hide. So
yeah,
would I mean take a step forward? Try to grab attention. I mean, this is really not Aramis' MO, but
No.
all right.
This is tactical me doing things.
Yeah, understandable.
Yeah.
Well, this cat that is attached to you is gonna start
That's a
biting on you.
disadvantage, technically.
19.
Why? Why? What the fuck? It doesn't have +5 or something.
I can check. Maybe.
So how much more than 3 damage does it do?
12.
When the cats are more dangerous than the everything around it. Also the I'm down.
Don't underestimate its size. Roll a con save.
Well, there we go. And that's
That
a
is-
9.
What kind of scar will he gain?
Bleeding wound. The creature suffers a wound that continues to bleed heavily, and normal healing damage is not enough to close it. He is going to die. The thing.
All right, print it out in the chat. All right, so one or several of the creature's ribs are broken or otherwise badly injured. Wait, what?
Oh, did I
That's the wrong one.
I took the wrong one. I wish it was injured ribs. There we go.
The creature suffers a wound that continues to bleed heavily, and normal healing magic is not enough to close it. At the start of their turn, the creature loses hit points equal to their proficiency bonus. Holy crap. This injury can be temporarily stopped with a successful wisdom medicine check of 10. Or completely healed during a short rest and a successful wisdom medicine check of 15. If temporarily healed, the injury returns if the creature is knocked prone. Suffers another injury or falls more than 10 feet. Yeah, this is bad.
Mm-hmm.
And what happens while you're in a while you're in death save?
You take
In
one
an automatic. Yeah.
I take damage, therefore I get one automatic fail. Also, Aramis
Hey,
is
it's your
running
turn.
out of
Well,
potions.
my character, dude.
Yeah.
I can't fucking heal you.
Yeah.
All right, Oracle. Roll me a.
Gets a fail, and yeah.
All right.
I wish that was 20. It was not.
Yeah. So that's awful. This zombie dog is going to attack you, Krunk. It crits you. You, my friend, take 9 piercing damage and roll me a strength saving throw. Krunk.
Why am I constantly rolling 2 dice? This is really weird.
That is a fail,
Doesn't
unless you have
count.
advantage.
No, I don't have advantage on strength saving throws, unfortunately.
No,
oh,
but
hang
you
on,
do
do I?
still have that inspiration if you need it.
Oh no! You have advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws. Hey,
It is a
Marvelous.
success then.
hey.
You are not knocked prone. However, you still take the 9 piercing damage.
Yeah.
Crunk, you see how Oracle gets shredded by this cat. Somehow this cat buries its teeth deep enough to cause blood to spew out like a fountain. A very unnatural and probably very dangerous wound.
Right. Great. Is there still the sound of crocodiles from downstairs?
Oh yeah.
Good.
Currently, they are feasting upon something.
Right. I'd like to grab this guy.
The zombie, yeah.
Yeah.
Like a grapple action, then. So
Yeah.
roll on a- Or you're just gonna start shoving them down there.
Well, you know exactly what I was going to do. Yeah, I'm gonna move into there, and then that's that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, that's yeah.
Nope. Next.
As soon as you said I'm gonna grab, I
Yeah.
literally chuckled to myself because I knew exactly what was
Yeah.
coming.
You have it grappled.
I've been grappled. Right. I mean, technically, if I move, he moves. So all I have to do is turn to put him there.
Yeah, you can put it in there if you want to.
Yeah, well, put him there. I can't actually let go, which is really weird.
Oh, releasing a grapple.
Isn't that a free action? I thought.
Reaction to release a grapple?
I thought it was
Yeah.
free to release a grapple.
Well, if it is, then I'll let go.
I'll just check it out.
Because you can do it like if there was forced movement, it obviously breaks it, and I'm sure you can.
You don't. Yeah. You could. You don't need to take an action to release a grapple because that would imply that on your turn you need to. If someone you need you need. To
It takes you 6 seconds to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, you can release it there if you want to.
Yay!
All right, the zombie plummets down and slams down on the pavement below. You hear the crocodiles feasting and snarling below you.
Mm-hmm.
Is that all?
Daddy doesn't decide. Well, that's all I can do.
All right. This zombie is going to start to make its move on our friend Aramis.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. 20.
No. You roll way too well.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
The whole campaign you've rolled well, Vic, to be
I'm
fair.
sorry. It does minimum
Could you
damage
stop,
of
please?
3 bludgeoning, though.
Yeah.
That is all. This zombie is also going to attack Aramis. 5. It
Yeah.
misses. This cat is going to continue to attempt attack you, Crunk. It misses you. This zombie is going to attack you, Crunk. It misses you. with a 15. Aramis.
I wasn't sure.
So, would Aramis just attack these things or try to save Oracle? At this point,
I don't think Oracle can even be stabilized,
yes,
right?
he can.
Oh, he can.
Unless Aramis starts doing it now. The question is though, if he tries to save Oracle and like, if he doesn't start killing these things, they're gonna kill us.
Mm-hmm.
Can I give my opinion on what the character would do?
He would probably try to save his cousin.
I honestly think the character would try and fucking run. The way Maria's
Yeah.
played it so far, I don't
Yeah.
think the character would even sit there and be like, "Oh shit, sorry, cuz," and fuck off.
Yeah.
Is how I think it would have gone down.
I mean, I don't.
Player-wise,
Here's
I
the
don't
thing.
think you'd
Here's
have
the
made
thing.
it
I don't want to kill Aramis. I don't want to. I want to do the thing that is least dangerous for Aramis at this point.
I think he'd run.
Yeah, but he
I
could
think he'd
run.
run.
Yeah.
Disengage and run would be what Aramis
Exactly.
does. In complete
Run
honesty, as
where,
much as that confirms that you die. Like, that confirms or
Exactly.
I mean, it pretty much leaves me to die in the process. But
I mean,
I can win this, provided.
Yeah, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Like, if I want to go, like, okay, from the beginning of this fight, I've gone through this with my statistics. This fight shouldn't have been this hard.
It was meant for all of us, though. That's the thing. That fight was meant for all of us.
Oh, dude,
this
fight was built. Now, anyway, it shouldn't have been. It shouldn't have been this hard. They've been rolling way too high. And it done way too much damage way too quickly. So, I mean, Aramis and Crunk should be able to finish this off, but if Crunk goes down, it's going to be a lot harder.
Well, if Crunk goes down, then Aramis would leg it.
Yeah. Because he can probably take a couple of zombies on his own. So, I'm going to do the thing. At least one more round. Oracle is going to die. That's what I'm going to say now. He's going to attack the cat.
Alright.
The cat's the most dangerous thing, apparently.
Am I?
I should have.
Advantage. I don't think.
No, not on the cat.
Doesn't have advantage.
No. Bardic Inspiration needs to be used before I roll the attack. So.
Does it?
Yeah.
Isn't it just before you find out? I thought you could use it after, but before you know if it's the result.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah. Let's assume a 9 doesn't hit. The DM didn't say. So a 13
Still a miss, unfortunately.
on a cat.
It's very agile.
The hell's the AC on a cat?
I'd say probably 14 based on our last encounter with the cats.
Yeah. It's gonna remain there though.
Alright. This little kitten is going to get on 12. It misses.
Mm-hmm.
Oracle.
Can you use cunning to dodge?
Technically,
Roll
no,
20.
you can't. Yeah, technically you can roll a 20. I don't think he's allowed to do that because he survived once before doing that. And I'm just gonna say it was close.
Yeah. Also, as long as he has that injury, he cannot be stabilized, which means even if you roll a 20,
you couldn't.
yeah, nothing would
But
happen.
20's not stabilizing, is it? I thought 20 was come up at 1.
Yeah, but you would be stabilized. Essentially, you cannot be brought back unless the injury is dealt with.
Yeah, he's dead. Whoop whoop.
This dog is going to continue its rampage on you, Crunk. 21.
No, that's it. GG. Right. 21.
21.
From a dog.
From a dog. Yeah.
Right.
You take 12.
I'm dead.
Piercing damage. And you're then wrestled down to the ground. Roll me a death save.
What's the point?
You can roll 20.
I could, in fact, roll a 20. That's very. Oh shit! That's meant to be at the DM, isn't it? Sorry.
Yeah.
What's the roll?
All right. This zombie.
Oh, I need a con save as well, don't I?
Yeah, but if your character's going to die, you know. Oh,
Yeah.
fuck it. Roll another d20 to see what kind of injury he will suffer.
Death.
Oh,
That's a 5. Gaping wound. Creature suffers a terrible cut. Or under.
Again, another bleeding one.
Yeah, but worse this time.
oh, worse.
Even
Oh
worse.
well, that's GG then, isn't it?
Well, there's no healer. Aramis literally has no healing powers at all. So
Yeah.
it's
So
just gonna be
run away.
Yeah, run ahead. And run away the simulator.
All right. This zombie is going to attack Aramis. Let's see. Let's just make sure it's the. Yep, it's that zombie. Okay.
Holy shit! That's ridiculous.
15.
What's 15?
15.
That's a miss.
All right. This zombie is going to attack Aramis. 18.
What is a hit?
Aramis take 8 bludgeoning damage as it just fumbles with its arms on Aramis. Cat?
That injury is utter nonsense. That is his death sentence. You are just straight up dead if you get that injury.
Cat is going to run up to Aramis, and it's going to attack Aramis. 22.
What?
Mm-hmm.
It attaches itself to Aramis, and Aramis takes 8 slashing damage.
Okay.
This zombie is going to... It can't go. There's a manhole there. It can't. It can't.
Yeah, it can get
Actually, it can. Yeah, it can just stand there.
The cat is in that sphere.
Yeah, but it's tiny, unfortunately.
Oracle's doubles are in that sphere.
My ego's in that square.
The zombie is going to attack Aramis. 5.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Okay.
Aramis.
Bonus action disengage. Cat is coming with him, sadly.
Yeah.
Using a ladder does that use half speed?
If it's a ladder, no.
No.
You don't just run off the map.
Well, I don't think the demon's gonna be that happy. Also, there's a dog.
What is the way off there?
Yeah, I mean, still, there's a dog.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, could you have to
It's fast.
20, climb up the ladder, dash. Never mind. It's the cat that's on that's the problem. But that's 20. How high is the ladder?
Let's see. What did I say? I said 30 feet, right?
Yeah. If he climbs
Yeah,
up 10
30
feet.
Mm-hmm.
Could they reach him?
Possibly. Some creatures are very agile and capable of doing things.
Well,
Are you actually going to kill Maria's character while she's not here? Because that's a pretty shit move.
I'm just... Hey, man, I didn't put her in this. Well, actually, I did, but...
yeah.
But you are the DM.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Well then, dash up here, 20 more feet, and then 10 more feet running here, runs off the map on the rooftop.
Right.
And hopefully the cat doesn't kill her in one round. But as they roll, there's gonna roll fucking crit and another crit, and just gonna do 29 damage or something like that.
Alright, so... This cat, I mean, it's could chase, I suppose. Oracle, you get
He's
the
dead.
third
Yep.
automatic fail. The zombie dog. These are essentially just going to start munching on you.
Yeah.
This
I don't
zombie
even
cat,
get to eat
however.
the party.
What's that?
I said Tabor doesn't even get to eat the party.
Yeah.
So, the cat, as it is attached to it, it becomes a hassle. I'm actually scared to roll. Believe me.
Public.
No, you can fudge it if you don't roll it public.
Good point. Budget.
I don't think
I
he
mean,
fudges.
the thing is, I'm not going to fudge. 17.
That's a hit.
It unfortunately has advantage. So Aramis takes 7 piercing damage.
Yeah.
Oh no.
So, question 1. Was this the one that was hit by him before?
No.
No. Okay. Question 2. What role is it to grab it off you and toss it off the roof?
Athletics.
Athletics.
+7.
And like before, it will do damage if you attempt to just rip it off of you.
I mean, what other choice do I have? let's say that I like. Let's just look through the spells. Minor illusions. That's gonna do anything? No. Find familiar. I guess that spider could have done something. Guess that spider could have given him a lot of advantages. Not that it fucking matters now.
I wouldn't have allowed that anyway.
No.
Small spider, no.
What's that? You can give yourself a bonus to initiative roll. Doesn't matter. Yeah, nothing matters. So
I mean, my other character is ready to just come in. If you want, and I mean,
attacks would take at least 3 attacks to kill it, and at that point it would just kill her. So getting it.
She does have sneak. It's a swashbuckler.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah, she has sneak.
Still, at least 2 attacks, unless it's crits.
A crit?
Which is really unlikely.
5%.
Would pulling it off do the same damage as getting an attack from it?
No.
Okay. Because then that is the best option. Pulling it off and tossing it off the roof.
Again, it's just not as pulling it off. It's still a check to do that.
Yes.
You would have to make yes.
Yes,
Just
make
so
a check to do that. But
yes, exactly.
If Aramis succeeds, it is tossed off.
Oh yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Technically, is this guy still alive? Does he still has an inspiration to give Aramis so I can make sure he doesn't die? Mike.
what's that? Sorry.
Did you?
Mike
Your
has
character
inspiration.
sheet still have inspiration.
Yeah.
Yes, it does. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Then we
So I don't know if I can give that to him, but I will do if I can.
A bardic inspiration? Oh no!
Oh Jesus!
Well, do you have an inspiration that you could
I
give
have-
Aramis?
I have inspiration. Yeah.
Yeah. Could you give Aramis that?
Nah.
Well,
Yes,
Sorry.
of course.
Do you have inspiration? Oh.
yeah, you gave him.
Yeah, because
You gave me
I
inspiration.
gave him mine to do the pull off the roof, and because he pulled it off the roof, you
But
gave
he-
him inspiration, which means there's an inspiration.
Oh
there.
yes, true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yes, that is true. Very good. Very good.
So this is D20, please.
Oh
Please.
fuck!
Please. Please.
The cat isn't very strong. I'll tell you that. So I am going to roll it public. Or should I? Because it's nah. I'm going to roll it to GM. It crits.
Of course.
Unfortunately.
I mean, like I say, I've got a character that can swoop in and save him. Maybe.
Sorry, but no.
Very cool.
I, as a DM, would never kill a character when the person isn't here.
You're not the DM.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's not a nice thing to do.
I'm just saying it shouldn't be. If you want to give him another like negative, fine. But I would never kill him.
The cat
I mean, the
hits.
cat can lose interest and run off.
The cat hits with a 23,
Mm-hmm.
and Aramis takes 6 piercing.
And that's enough to kill him.
So yeah. Unfortunately, the story ends.
Oh,
For
40's on the
3
Constitution. Well, technically not. Could roll a death save.
Oh yeah. If you roll a
Oh!
Oh boy!
okay. Okay. So
Come on, DM. This is the Dice Lord saying, "Don't kill Maria's character."
yes, but I am still
Okay.
going to be harsh, but
Mhm.
I will be give some leeway. Now, it wouldn't make sense for a zombie to just leave someone that it has killed. But I will give it a 50% chance that the cat
I mean,
has left Aramis on the roof.
he's a
There's
skinny
bigger
little
target
whippet.
to go and eat.
To be fair, he's a skinny little bony whippet, and I'm there.
Giant blue thing.
Fortunately,
Right.
they do not work on logic.
Good point.
They are just pure instinct based. I will roll this openly. Do you guys want high or low?
I always pick
With
high.
your roll, if you're rolling it,
You
Yeah.
can roll it if you
High.
want to.
50% higher, then I would say. What? Don't just take me there.
Mm-hmm.
51 to 100.
Yeah.
Okay. If the die lands on 51 or above, the cat has left Aramis on the roof. If not, Aramis is dead.
Well, technically, could have killed him. Could it have killed him in 2 rounds?
And did you give the cat fall
yes.
damage? Because didn't it get thrown
Well,
off the
technically
roof?
1 round, even.
No, the cat did.
Yeah.
Cat was on the
Because
ground.
it did the damage, fell down. Rolls that, attacks once. Could have killed in 1 round.
Let's see. It rolls. Oh, it's the second death save, right?
Yeah.
I thought it was the third.
Nope.
Oh yeah, you roll a con save for lingering injuries.
Yeah,
Oh, okay, so that's what it was.
exactly. That's a success.
Yeah. The cat couldn't kill it in just 1 turn.
Never. Anyway, so it isn't like. Hopefully it leaves, but
Yeah.
it isn't a death sentence.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to roll it open. 51 or above.
No.
Fuck off!
Unfortunately, the cat has not left.
Hasn't
Where is the-
detached.
Yes, it would still be attached. Let's see. The cat did its attack, knocked it. Rolled your first death save. It did an attack, critically hit. You rolled a 20.
20.
You have 1 hit point.
Off movement, get up. And by the grace of all the die in the universe, get off her. Get off him.
Oh,
That's
fuck.
it. That's it. That's it. I fucking give up.
The cat can still fail. The cat rolls a 19 minus it's so 17. The cat is still there.
Well, disengage from the cat. Literally nothing else to do. Move away, continuously walking while trying to get the cat off. Hopefully it misses.
Yeah, it can miss.
Right, are you dashing towards the? Is that the right direction towards us?
I have no idea.
DM, is that the right direction towards
That's
us?
the thing. Aramis has no idea either, right?
No, but I'm asking you. You're the DM.
Yeah.
I'm basically hoping that Aramis can survive long enough and run luckily in a direction to come across
The
us.
It is
Whisper
actually
season.
the right direction.
Oh my god.
It is actually the right direction.
And I hope that Whisper or the Owl or someone can see this just so that we can actually
you-
try and.
You did send the owl.
Yeah, I did
And-
say earlier on that I sent the Owl out to look for him
Yeah.
because they were taking a while.
And you could have told me if there was combat.
Yeah, I haven't seen any from the Owl yet. I put it up in the chat, but it's only been 3 full rounds since then. It's only been 20 odd seconds.
He could have moved 90 feet on this turn. Probably done.
Yeah.
And get away from the other things.
And my Owl
Well,
can
the
see
cat
100.
is going to make an attack. 22.
Well,
That's
there
the
we go
one.
again. There we go.
Aramis
Again.
takes 10 piercing
Yeah,
and is knocked
decent
unconscious.
So,
Come on, 5% again. Let's go.
Yeah. So roll the death save. Let's see.
Did Al
That's-
see anything?
Has Al
Before I
seen
start
anything,
rolling.
or has Whisper seen anything?
Let's see.
Whisper's on the roof. Al's flying around.
So it is dark.
Al's got 120 foot dark vision.
Yeah. I said about 500 meters away down in the
Mhm.
tunnels, but they curved. So I would, at best, 300 meters away from you. What is that in feet?
About 600 or so.
Yeah.
Hmm. Be 500 feet away, roughly.
It's 1,000 feet away.
Really?
Yep. 300 meters is 984 feet.
Hmm.
Fucking
So
hell.
it is very far away. You
Yeah.
have not seen anything or heard. All right, Aramis, roll the death save. As I said before, a 10 is a fail.
No, that's 3 fail.
That is. I don't agree with it at all.
No, I also don't. I'm straight up gonna object to this, and I can guarantee Maria is gonna object to this a lot.
Yeah. That's.
Maria will have a fit. I disagree with
I
that.
don't. Yeah. It's
Hmm.
not a nice thing to do to somebody. Kill their character while they're not even there.
Well, that's how it is.
Well, it doesn't have to be, does it?
Oh.
It doesn't have to be that. There's like a million different things you could do that doesn't kill a character.
That is one thing I would
You
do.
could have my
but-
character walk onto the screen right now, and it'd be fine.
Before we get into this discussion, we're gonna end the session. All right? So do not bring it up now. It is not appropriate. Instead, we are going to go back to the sewer, where the two members are huddled up, together with Dawnbringer and her soldiers. It has taken a long time, a very long time, for them to come back at this point. It takes about perhaps 15 minutes before you start to realize perhaps something is wrong. And when you start to listen closely down through the tunnels, you can hear snarling reptiles. How does Tobor react? Since Whisper is up,
Tobor is gonna he'd telepathically say that I can hear nothing down here. Have you seen anything up there? And all I've got is crocodiles snapping down here. It sounds like they've got something.
I don't see any movement. Correct, Vic? Beyond what what was already there.
Yeah, except for the clots and the figure on the roof on the other side. Yeah, except for that, there's nothing. You have seen from the building that you wanted to infiltrate. From that building, there are lights lit up, and like I said, that the windows are all boarded up quite tightly. There is still like light beaming out from these boarded up windows, just slight light. You do see as if someone is passing the window, though, indicating that there is people in there. Like you see a passing shadow.
I relay that to Tobor.
Tobor's just gonna relay. I'm gonna go try and see what's up with the other guys. Try and find the others.
Do you want me to come back or stay here?
How out of character? How long is that telepathic link?
For a couple hours.
No, I meant distance.
A couple miles.
Cool. Tabor's gonna say, "No, stay there. I've got the owl. We can talk still." So I'm gonna go down the tunnel with the owl.
Okay.
To a point where the owl's in front of me, that I am nowhere near it as such, just to the point where he can see the crocodiles, and just try and put eyeballs on this whole situation that's just happened.
Yeah. So what you see through the owl is you see the what is it called? The tunnel that led up to the manhole. You
Mm.
see that area is crawling with crocodiles. 10 plus. But you also see in the far distance a Goliath looking crocodile standing idly as if it's waiting for something. Uh, when an alligator hunts, it's just frozen still and just staring. That's currently what it's doing. And it's basically filling the entire tunnel with this massive body. On this thing, though, you can also see something. This crocodile is definitely an undead. This is not a living one. You see that there's chunks of flesh that is missing. You can even see bone sticking out from it. This crocodile is definitely not alive anymore, and is probably a zombie.
Cool. I'm going to relay to Whisper. I don't think our party, our group is alive much longer. There's 10 plus crocodiles at that
Oh
tunnel
yeah,
that we went to.
yeah. You do also see two corpses that has been like you see two corpses that they have been ripped to shreds.
Yeah.
You can identify that they're not, at least that they're not the either Oracle or Aramis, since the skin color doesn't match.
I am going to use the flyby trait of the owl
Mm-hmm.
to fly up the tunnel, avoiding getting snapped by the crocs
Oh yeah,
because of
the
the flyby.
crocodiles. Yeah, I mean the crocodiles are not at all paying attention to what's flying above them.
Yeah. So more, and also the big guy is what I'm saying. Like even he couldn't snap me because he probably could reach. And I'm just gonna tell the owl to survey what's up above,
Oh, so
and then come back to me as such, just so I can see. Basically, so Tabor has the full picture of what I, as a player, have known.
yeah, you get essentially Tobor gets the picture that you have as a player. You see your friends down on the ground, bitten and shredded to pieces. There are a couple of zombies currently feasting on them. They're dead.
So yeah, Tabor will link that back to Whisper. So Whisper and Tabor, as characters, now have all the information we have as players.
I
Oop.
also link that over to Dawnbringer.
Hmm.
And I will mention about Daddy Croc that isn't alive anymore, but is still moving. And yeah, I guess I go back and say I don't know what the plan would be now. I guess we're probably not quick enough to outrun the clock. We're smart.
We should probably regroup at Safe Haven.
Yeah, I just don't know how Dawnbringer's going to react to that, because obviously Dawnbringer's here to try and kill freaking thingy. So what I'd suggest maybe is I'd say it to, like, out loud and telepathically, basically to Whisper, going, why don't me and you, Whisper, divert the clock, let these guys go in and deal with Ryder, and we'll rendezvous with everyone back at Safe Haven, and we just have to do a long run and get the fuck away from these 3 clocks.
As you wish.
All right.
Just don't die.
Yeah, I'm going to be burning Misty Step to get ahead. Then Misty Step and run, dashes and run, going into buildings to take shortcuts that they can't get to, and all of that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And you're just quick enough to do it.
Yeah. That is where I'm going to call off tonight's session. You
Okay.
haven't told Dawnbringer yet what your plan was, right?
No, that's what I said that out loud. So We
So I
basically-
relay it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.